Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Let's begin now.
This is not a drill.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
Is that all you got?
Let's begin now.
Hey everyone, good morning, evening or night, wherever you are. It is 2:04 p.m. in Australia on Monday. So, nice afternoon for me and for Old Ma, I think. Let's say hello to everyone. Hey Soldier Photos. Oh, cooking dinner, what's for dinner? Hey Amy. Hey Charlie Girl Says. Hey Old Ma. Hey Sassy Pants. Hey Mel, morning. Hey Jaina, hey Connie S, the nice Connie. Hey Jay Suarez over on D Live. So I am streaming on D Live, YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. I'm streaming on my Facebook profile, but streaming into the All Things True Crime group. So hello to everyone who is watching in there or from anywhere else. I think the majority of us are over on YouTube though, so if you want to come over and say hello over there, you can come over and chat to us. Hey Miss Justice, hey Judy Ron, hey Zeracia. Having some brews, so I think I can handle it. Yeah, all the streams, Mel, all the streams. Hey Shell N. So, how is everyone? Hey Renee Scott. How's everyone doing? I'm good. Starting the week. Got the, the Monday mindset going on. I love Mondays. I don't know about you guys, but for me, Mondays are the start of a week. I feel like I've got my head in the game. I'm ready to take on the world. I love Mondays. But I'm probably the only one. Hey Bella Blue. Welcome in everyone. I love the name Sassy Pants. I just realized that the pants I'm wearing have a huge hole in them, so they'll be thrown out at the end of the day. Thanks, Soldier Photos. Yep. Hey, I have Pluto. How's Bella? Bella is great. So she had the mass removed. Yes, she has cancer, but she's so much more comfortable. She's great. This morning she had her sassy pants on actually, because she actually, whilst I was defrosting her breakfast, getting her breakfast ready. She actually tried to put her little paws on the counter. She was so ready for breakfast. So she's really, really good. She's napping next to me on the bed right now. But she's just doing wonderful. And her paw prints, her stepping stone kit, my friend recommended I get. It's like a cement stepping stone you can make with your pet's paws. That arrived today, so I'm going to do that. And don't tell my family, but I have the most amazing Christmas presents organized for them. Old Ma Fraze says, I think I might have to get my new name change. Like your profile on here. I think you may have to. You may have to do something sort of like behind bars or a name like that. But so this case we've talked a little bit about in the All Things True Crime group, but hey J.R. Lang, but I wanted to talk about it earlier, but I was kind of just like what Sassy Pants has just said. I kind of was waiting for the mum to be charged before I talked about it, and I know that sounds really weird, but she had a Facebook group. Oh my gosh, there's so much, guys. This case is crazy. So it does revolve around two beautiful, beautiful children, and so please protect your heart whilst you're watching this stream. It's a bit much. I mean, there's kids and then there's a poor dog as well. So just protect your heart with this case. Hey Gingerlocks. We'll have to think of a new name for Old Ma Fraze. Maybe we'll something, I don't know. Something Sheila, like something jail related. I don't know. If you think of anything good, let us know. So I think we might get stuck into the case. I am very prepared and ready, and I actually have court documents as well, so we can get very, very deep into this one. You're steeling yourself for this? Jailbird Fraze. Jailbird Frazee, or... Oh, we'll think of something. Yeah, this case is revolting. This person, this mother, she's not really a mother. This thing is vile and disgusting. And we are going to get started in it. I'm trying to think of a good name for Old Ma. I love alliteration. I'm very fond of alliteration. So I'll have to think of something. We'll think of something. It'll come to us. Okay, so who knows about this case? Put a 1 in the chat if you know about the case. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't know about the case. Hey, Brunch Mom. For me, I have heard about the case. I was in the Facebook group that has now been archived about this case that she was posting in. I have a couple of her Facebook posts that I want to show you guys. Hey, Andrea. So Bella Blue knew, Zeracia didn't, Jay Suarez didn't. We've got a good mix here, guys. We've got a good mix. So I haven't gone super in depth because I love to do that with you guys. So we can all do it together. Hey, Tori. Have I forgotten to say hello to anyone? I think I've said everyone so far. But, yeah, so I know the basics, but we're going to dive in. And as always, if you come across anything interesting, feel free to post it in the Facebook group, which is All Things True Crime, or you can email it to me. Let me just pull my emails up so that in case anyone emails me whilst we're live, because this is a group effort. We're all working together. I like to think we all work together. We did that with the Kaylin Lauder case and it was amazing. So let me just that up. So the case is out of Berks County. So where is that? I'm Australian. That's my excuse. PA, so that's Pennsylvania, right? Okay, Pennsylvania. So the case is out of Pennsylvania. Can someone type in the chat and tell old Ma to put some headphones in? Hey, Spider Lady. Speaking of headphones, today is my dad's 70th birthday. My dad turned 70 today, and he's working today. Yes, my dad still works. He's incredible. He still does shift work. So we gave him birthday presents yesterday. Hey Julie, I'm not Miss Murder, I'm Bridget Parker. And Miss Murder's name is Bridget Peaker. So it's very confusing because we're both Bridgets, we're both Australian, and we both do true crime, but I'm not Miss Murder. I just go by my name. But so yesterday I gave Dad his presents and my sister kind of went overboard and bought him the biggest TV I've ever seen in my life. And we also bought him some incredible headphones. And so old Ma just reminded me of it. But yeah, so he had a pretty good birthday. I felt like he needed to have a great one. He's the reason that Bella was able to have her surgery. If it wasn't for him, I would have had to take a loan or something. So yeah. Gotta love him. Thanks, thanks, Jonah, for that. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm very, very happy for my dad. He doesn't get home until like 8 o'clock tonight, though, so I feel bad. He's had to work all day, but he'll have a good day at work. He works in transport, so sometimes he's catching the ferries along Manly or along Sydney Harbour, and I mean that's a pretty amazing job to do that. So anyway, speaking of fathers, Miss Justice says, is there a father involved in this case? That I haven't gone down that road because there's questions about that, but for now I don't think so. So a little background, we'll sort of get into it, is that in the photo you see of the two beautiful sweet baby angels, you have Connor who's 8 on the left, and then we have Brinley who's 4 on the right. They also have an older brother who is Owen, and he is 17 years old. So I really, really feel for him, and my heart is with him because he's lost his 2 youngest siblings. And I need to look into the fact to see if they are, you know, technically full siblings, but that doesn't really matter, does it? So he's dealing with a lot at the moment as well. And I do think that there is actually a GoFundMe that's set up for him to help him through this time, because I think he's going to need a lot of love and support and obviously some counseling for this, because this case is pretty brutal. Thanks, Renee. So this case is coming out of Pennsylvania, as we said, and on the 23rd of September, the mother who you see on the left is Lisa Schneider. She calls 911 to say that she's found her 2 children hanging in the basement, and she found them hanging from like a dog leash. Hey, Kim A. At the time, she wasn't charged with their murder, and she became very active on social media, especially on Facebook. And I'm not sure if it was her that created the group or someone else did. I'll have to have a little look. But she was posting a lot, and I was watching the posts, and actually let me pop up one of her posts. So let's get to the right one. Here we go. So I'll wait for it to come up on your screen. Get another device. going, I think. That's the unfortunate annoyance of OBS. It's a little slow. So this was a Facebook post that happened, I believe, a couple of days after the quote unquote accident. And so this is her Facebook, and she put up a Facebook Marketplace ad for Intex 18-inch by 52-inch pool. And it says, everything pictured is included. I can take actual pics tomorrow in the daylight. I'm selling this like new pool to help pay for my children's final expenses as they were in a horrible accident. Only used this last summer. I also have a net that is not pictured, sand filter and saltwater pump. The sand is good for 4 more years of filtration. A pool this size takes 8 to 9 bags of pool salt, which will cost you approximately $45. I also have special saltwater pool shock. Approx half or more left. I will update tomorrow with actual amount of bags left. The ladder pictured with the pool, first pick, is not included. An upgraded A-frame safety ladder is included. Right now the pool is half full of water to keep it from blowing away, but I will drain it before you come to pick it up. But disassemble and loading will be up to you. Easy access for a truck or large SUV to pull right up to the pool to load. Serious inquiries only, please. I have a lot to deal with right now because of the loss of my children. Please don't waste my time. Pick up in Kempton. Price is firm. Thank you. So I don't know about you guys. But the fact that, and you can't see, how annoying. Sorry guys. The fact that she could manage to put up a post like this is kind of crazy to me. I don't know, what do you guys think? Oh, Kim says it's not too far from her. Uh-oh. Wow. Gingerlock says that this happened about an hour and 15 minutes from my house. Oh gosh. I feel like it hits closer to home when it is closer to home. I know that that sounds a bit silly, but I don't know. There's something about it. So I thought that was an interesting observation that post was put up. So when the mother said that the reason that the children died is because Connor was being bullied at school and that he took his own life and quote unquote took his sister with him. So that was the reasoning that she had. So she was posting in this Facebook group. The Facebook group was has now been archived. I don't think you can see any of her posts, but you can go and have a little look at it. If you search Connor and Brinley, it will come up. And then December 2nd, she was actually arrested finally for their murders, and she has other charges as well. And this is where I tell you that this is I don't know how to say this without, I'm just going to have to say it, that she's also been charged with cruelty to animals because there were images and videos on her phone that were, how do I say it, of a sexual nature with her dog. So you think that it couldn't get worse, but it did. It sure did. So this is full on, guys. This is a really full on one. But yeah. Mel says she Googled how to get away with it days before the alleged murders. Yep. Hey TTNZ. So let's have a look. I don't know if you're ready for it, but let's have a look at the hot dogs. Let me bring myself all the way back. We're going to have a look at the affidavit of probable cause. I'll just have to change the screen for a second. Okay. So, let's get reading. Hey, Scott. Oh, poor Scott came in at the most uncomfortable time. Like, what has Bridget's streams turned into? Okay, so affidavit of probable cause. This was dated, let me just confirm. Yeah, the 2nd of December. Hey, Riley. If I've missed you and you've come in, feel free to tell me so I can say hello to you. Okay, so this is a bit tricky to read. I know it's very blurry, so let me see if I can try and make it a bit bigger. It's super blurry though, so let's see how we go. Your affiants are, oh gosh, I don't know the TPR. Is Judy Ron still here? Can he help us with this? What's TPR? That's new to me. I think it's TPR. Yeah, TPR in Keck and TPR Daniel Womar are members of the Pennsylvania State Police with Troop L Criminal Investigation Unit. On the 23rd of September at approximately, now I think it says 15. Let me see if I can zoom in. Just, yeah, it says 15. Oh, Trooper. Yes, that would be Trooper. Sorry, we don't have troopers here. That would be Trooper. Yes, thank you. On the 23rd of September at approximately 15:30 hours, which is 3:30, a 911 call was received at Berks County Communication. Pennsylvania State Police Hamburg was notified by Berks County Communication of a report of 2 juvenile victims, a 4-year-old female, victim 1, an 8-year-old male, victim 2, found hanging and unresponsive in the basement of, and then there's the address there, I'm not going to say it out loud, by defendant Lisa Rachel Schneider. The defendant was identified to be the mother of the victims. At approximately 15:41, so 3:41 hours, 2 Kempton Fire Department EMTs arrived on scene. The victims were located in the basement of the address, which is in Berks County. The victims were observed hanging approximately 3 feet apart from a single wired cable dog lead with vinyl coating and ends containing swivel ice snap hooks. Huh. I think I know what that looks like, but if anyone knows exactly what that looks like and they have like an image they can find and send it to me so we can put it up, that would be swell. Okay, the wire was wrapped around the main support beam of the basement and each end of the wire wrapped around the victims' necks. In the area of the victims were 2 wooden bar height dining room chairs knocked over on their sides. Okay, and the mother thinks that we're going to believe that an 8-year-old knows how to do this and knows the importance of weight bearing. I don't think so. Hi, Crypto Don Fepe, how are you? It is unbelievable, isn't it? Both victims were airlifted by Medivac to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Cedar Crest. The victims were admitted to the pediatric intensive care unit on full life support. Prior to arriving at the hospital, both victims were in full cardiac arrest and were resuscitated. Actually, I didn't know that. And then sadly on the 26th, so 3 days after the attempted suicide, both victims were pronounced deceased by Lehigh County Coroner's Office. So, wow. If you're buffering, go out and pop back in. It says it's fine on my end at the moment. The residence was secured by members of the Pennsylvania State Police Hamburg Patrol Unit until a search warrant for the residence was completed by this affiant. On the 23rd of September at approximately 20:35, which is 8:35 hours, a search warrant was issued and the scene was searched for physical evidence. As a result of the search, numerous items were seized from the residence and taken into custody for evidence retention, including the vinyl-covered wire tie-out dog cable with 2 pink plastic bindings at each end, labelled Super and 250 pounds, which is the wire that the victims were hanging from. Additionally, seized during the search was a UMX cellular telephone, which was lying on the table in the breezeway near the entrance to the defendant's residence. A search of the phone revealed that telephone number ending in 2280 is assigned to this phone. The 911 call was made by a telephone number, the same number ending in 2280. 2 Apple iPad and a laptop were also seized from inside the residence. The defendant later related that the iPad and laptop were used by the victims. Do we need to have a group hug? I think we're going to need a group hug at the end. We are. Okay, Mel says that Connor might have been... Okay. All right, so we continue. Then we have all of these sort of official... Trooper Ian Keck and Trooper Daniel Womar being duly sworn. Let's go to the next page. I'll just wait for it to load for you guys. Alrighty. Members of the Troop L Hamburg Criminal Investigations Unit interviewed the defendant on 2 occasions. On those occasions, the defendant indicated that victim 2, so that's Connor, had been bullied and that he told her on multiple occasions that he wanted to die. Defendant related that she did not know much about victim 2's bullying. He doesn't say much because he knows that I will call the school. He's overweight, has a speech delay. He needs that extra help. A little slower to grasp things. Kids make fun of him because he is fat. He's lost 25 pounds since school has started because he was starving himself. Well, that's just horrific. That's just horrific. Defendant stated, he tells me he hates school. Every day he tells me he doesn't want to talk about school. I did not really see any problems till he told me about the kids on the bus. She indicated that victim 2 has been having issues since 1st grade. He just comes home and is just angry, which breaks my heart. Night, Gingerlocks, sleep well. I hope that this doesn't give you bad dreams. Watch like Kittens or something. I was watching a duck YouTube stream yesterday. Watch something fun before bed, guys. Okay, defendant was asked again what happened and she related that victim 2 tried to kill himself. He had a little sit down. We had a little sit down last week and I told him, honey, if you ever feel like hurting yourself, please come to me. He did say to me when we were talking, I would have killed myself already, but I am scared to go by myself. Defendant indicated that she believed that's why victim 2 had victim 1 with him so they could go together. So she's painting a scene here. During the course of the investigation, troopers obtained video footage from victim 2's school bus security camera. At approximately 15:49 hours, so 3:49, victim 2 is observed on the school bus security cameras getting off the bus and running up to his residence. Now, is this, I guess this is on the day? Oh no, that's the day before. Okay. Victim 2 showed no signs of distress. The defendant explained that when victim 2 got home from school, he wanted to play on his iPad, but changed his mind that he wanted to play on his laptop, but could not find the charger. He came down from his room when he could not find his charger and asked victim 2 if she wanted to go downstairs to build a fort. He loves building forts. That's his thing, the defendant stated. They play downstairs in the basement all the time. Victim 2 asked if he could take the kitchen chairs down and defendant related that she told him only if he takes them down himself and brings them back up. She was asked if he wanted to take anything else down, and she stated, yes, he asked if he could use the dog lead I had on the table. I just asked if he wanted to make anything else down, if he wanted to take anything else down, and she stated, oh God, I've read the same thing again. Yes, he asked if he could use the dog lead I had on the table. I just bought it today, meaning the 23rd of September, the day of the event. She was asked what he did with the dog lead, and she stated that's what they were hanging from. Defendant indicated that she got the dog lead that day. It's okay. At the Hamburg Walmart, and that she did the online pickup around 9:30 a.m. She placed the order for the dog lead online the day before, the 22nd. Okay, so this has all happened. He's gotten off the bus at 3:49. Doesn't show any distress coming off the school bus security camera. And then he decides he wants to play with his iPad, but it's not charged, so changes his mind. He asks his sister to go downstairs and hey Harmony. And then when they go downstairs, he asks to bring the dining chairs down and then the lead. That's what she's alleging. Exactly. Why would he want the dog lead? Hey, Karina. There's no reason for him to want that. It's just a stupid story. Defendant recalled victim 2 taking the chairs downstairs because they are heavy. He took the chairs down separately, one step at a time. Defendant stated it took him a while, but he got them down there. She described hearing the plump of the chair one step at a time, then creak of the steps as it was a slow go. He came right back up, got a drink, and took the second chair down and returned for another drink. Defendant indicated that she was putting laundry away and always places her boys' laundry on the table for them to put away. She then took the dog outside to have a cigarette. Well, if she was taking the dog outside, wouldn't she put the dog on the lead? Just saying. Unless they have a gate, I guess. Defendant mentioned that she is usually outside for 3 to 4 minutes, but was throwing the dog's toy and believes she was outside for approximately 10 minutes. After coming inside, she went downstairs to see if the kids wanted frozen pizza or Chef Boyardee for dinner. She then observed both hanging. Defendant related that she tried to lift her 40-pound daughter, victim 1, up. However, when her anxiety spikes, she starts to sweat profusely and she was unable to get the latch off. Interesting. Yeah, Jay Suarez D-Live freezes occasionally, so it's best to come over here. She then tried to lift victim 2, who weighed approximately 151 pounds, but she was unable to lift him. She then went upstairs and called 911 and never returned back to the basement. Big red flag for me. Big red flag. Witness 3, who lived in the house, so I'm assuming that's Owen, and he is 17, was interviewed on 2 occasions. Witness 3 related... Oh, you can't see that. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry. What did I say about her sweat? She says that when she gets anxious, she sweats a lot, so she couldn't get the latch off. Apparently. Okay, so witness 3 was interviewed a couple of times. Witness 3 related that it was not normal for the victims to play in the basement and that they would play in either victim 2's room or in the living room. Witness 3 related he knew that the victims usually built forts with the couch cushions and chairs in the living room. What's the age of the kids? Connor was 8 and Brinley was 4. Hey, wide awake. Okay, so let's move on to the next page. Wait for it to load for you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I really like the facts and I really like going through things like this because it's easy to sort of look through other people's info, but I really like, I don't know, just let me know what you guys think. Do you like reading the actual reports, the legal documentation? I do. I think that this is where we get the most info. Brunch mum, that is such a valid point. I have heard of mums who have lifted the heaviest things off of their kids because exactly what Harmony said, because of the adrenaline and the fact that she didn't go back down is like the biggest red flag to me. Such a big red flag. Ugh. Okay, let's keep reading. Witness 3 was also questioned about victim 2 being bullied or having problems at school. Witness 3 indicated that victim 2 never mentioned being bullied. Witness 3 indicated he asked victim 2 if he was getting bullied because the defendant mentioned that victim 2 was being bullied. On the 24th of September, the next day, Trooper Jared Plugston, what an interesting last name, interviewed Witness 1. Witness 1 related... Okay, I'm not sure who Witness 1 is. We'll have to work that out. Witness 1 related that on this... Is that the 16th? Let's zoom in and see. Yeah, the 16th. He received a text message from defendant stating that victim 2 is suicidal and that the kids are bullying him. Witness 1 indicated that she picked victim 2 up from school that day and he was totally fine. She mentioned that he was laughing and sitting with his friends when she picked him up. Victim 2 never said anything about being bullied or about hurting himself. 3 weeks prior to the incident, defendant came over and told Witness 1 and her mother about how she is depressed and cannot get out of bed. Defendant also made a statement that she does not care anymore about her kids. Wow. So I'm assuming this witness is possibly a friend or a family member. That's just my assumption. Oh, did you? So we've got defendant, who is Lisa Schneider. We have victim 1, who is sweet baby angel Brinley, who's 4. Victim 2 is Connor, who was 8. We have witness 1, who we're assuming is a friend. We're about to learn about witness 2, and witness 3 is Owen, who is the sibling of the 2 beautiful children who sadly were killed. I think we're all there. And they were hung, sadly, Jay Suarez, with a dog, like a metal dog lead or a leash. Depression does suck, and there is a lot of help out there though, and I hope that if anyone's listening and is struggling, please reach out, because it is not worth it hurting yourself or to hurting other people. Okay, so on the 27th of September and the 7th of November, witness 2 was interviewed by CPL, I'm thinking Corporal Laboda. Witness 2 is a certified occupational therapist assistant and contracted through Kutztown School District. Witness 2 worked with victim 2 during the 2018-2019 school year, as well as during the 2019-2020 school year. Victim 2 received occupational therapy due to below average visual motor skills, as well as his perceptual vision. Victim 2 had low eye-hand coordination and difficulty with his dexterity, using his index finger and thumb pinched together. Witness 2 was shown a replica of the dog lead and asked if she believed victim 2 would have been able to operate the clasp. Ooh, this is good. Witness 2 related victim 2 would have had difficulty operating the clasp due to his poor dexterity. That's absolutely true. Witness 2 was shown a crime scene photograph of the dog lead, oh, that poor woman or man, wrapped around the beam in the basement and asked if she believed victim 2 could have completed the task. In addition to the photograph, she was also informed that it would require victim 2 to stand on a chair. Witness 2 indicated she believed it would have been extremely difficult for victim 2 to complete this task, as it takes him twice as long to do things compared to children of his age. Victim 2 has difficulty with motor planning skills and has poor balance because of his weight and strength. Witness 2 was asked about victim 2's skills with a string or rope. Witness 2 indicated if victim 2 were to tie a string, one end would always be substantially longer because victim 2 would have difficulty finding the middle or center of the string. Witness 2 offered the opinion that the lead around the beam was too equal in length and victim 2 would have had a difficult time finding the middle to have the ends at a similar height, and observed in the photograph. Move this up so you can see it. Observed in the photograph. I lost my spot. Witness 2 indicated that when she observed victim 2 move a chair in the classroom from one place to another, he was clumsy and would bump into things. So as a former teacher, I can actually tell you that there is no way he could have done that then. He wouldn't have been able to even get that chair down the stairs, and because it was so heavy, he would probably most likely lose grasp of the chair and the chair would fall down the stairs. So there's no possible way. How weird. I'm sorry that it's cutting out for some of you. It says my internet connection here is fine. So yeah, there's no possible way that he would have been able to even bring the chair down, and then there's no way he could balance on a chair, and then there's no way then he would be able to get the rope to be as equal as it was. So, you know. Multiple school officials and family members with close association to victim 2 were interviewed about victim 2 being bullied and suicidal, and each individual indicated that victim 2 never expressed he was bullied or suicidal. The only individual who has indicated that victim 2 was bullied or suicidal is the defendant. On the 23rd of the 9th, when the defendant was interviewed and questioned about her cell phone, which the defendant did not have on her person and was left in the residence. This was the UMX cell phone that was seized during the initial search. The defendant provided the phone number. On the 26th of the 9th, the defendant had a new phone and provided this affiant with the phone number. After further investigation, it was learned that the defendant owned a Samsung Galaxy Note cellular phone. On the 4th of October, a search warrant was obtained for the Samsung Galaxy Note, along with any other electronic communication devices found at that address. Upon serving the search warrant on the defendant indicated that she lost the Samsung Galaxy Note the day of the incident with her children, and she had no idea where it was. As a result of the search warrant, 5 cellular devices were seized, which did not include a Samsung Galaxy Note 9. During the investigation, troopers learnt that the contact number provided for the online order placed to Walmart on the 22nd of September was, and then they provide the phone number. This was in what county? Let me go back and look. Started with a B. Berks County. Does that help, or should I? Let me see if I can find. Actually, we can just look at the address, duh. Look for the address back in the first one. Albany Township, Berks County. Okay, so we're up to here now. You go to Pennsylvania? We had someone in here that lives about an hour and a half away from this, and I think Kim, you said that you were as well. Exactly. Some people don't deserve to be parents. I'm sorry guys if it's acting up. To me it's saying that the connection's strong. Sometimes this does that though when we're looking at documents, unfortunately. How about I try something else instead? Now, what number document are we up to? We're up to page 4. Let me see if I can add it as an image and see if that works better. Let's see if this works better. I'm jealous. I'd love to go to New York. Alrighty. I'll just wait for this to load up. Okay, so this is page 4 of the affidavit of probable cause continuation. The phones that were seized on the 4th of October were sent to the Pennsylvania State Police Central Computer Crime Unit and were forensically examined. Only one of the phones seized had the phone number associated with it, but the only activity on that phone was after the 23rd of the 9th. On the 9th of October, a search warrant for Google records associated with the account, and then it gives you the account, as well as the defendant's Facebook account, was signed and served on Google and Facebook. On the 28th of October, Facebook records were received during a review. Oh God, I'm trigger warning, guys. This is bad. During a review of defendant's Facebook records, she engages in a sexually explicit message exchange about her dog performing sexual acts on her. On the 3rd of... Oh God. I don't want to read it out loud. On the 3rd of September at approximately 3:03 a.m., defendant messages... I'm not going to read it out loud. You can see it on the screen. At 3:05 a.m., defendant messages. I'm not reading it out. You can read it on the screen. I feel nauseous. At 11:28 so a.m., defendant sends a photo. Within that photo is a picture of a black and white dog performing oral sex acts on the defendant. On the 3rd of September at 9:23 p.m, defendant messages. I'm not reading that out loud. On the 15th of September at approximately 23:29, so 11:29 p.m, defendant messages, sorry, kid problems. At 23:30, so 11th, oh no. Oh, so like 1 minute later, defendant messages, major kid problems. On the 17th of September at approximately 7:21 a.m, defendant messages, things are bad, bullying issues, and tells me he wants to die. He's 8, lost 25 pounds in the first 3 weeks of school, breaks my heart, I just want to cry. At 11:14 a.m, defendant messages, oh daddy, just took some good pics for you. Ugh. On the 18th of September at approximately 11:10 p.m, defendant sends 3 photos. not tell, you can read that on the screen. A picture of a hand. Okay, not reading that on the screen. Not reading that on the screen. Okay, I'm not reading any of this on the screen, but she sends another message at 11:27 p.m. Another one at the same time. On the 19th of September at 21, which is 9:24 p.m. Defendant messages, "You'll hopefully see me Sunday." Sorry, everyone. Kathleen, I'm so sorry. You've just walked into the most disgusting thing I've ever put on my channel. I apologize. I didn't realize it was this graphic. I should have read this before I went live. At 9:25, defendant messages, "But I just found out blank does work and is an all-day job, so gonna try option B, which is my mum. So don't get your hopes up. She's a bitch when it comes to babysitting." I'm assuming whoever she's speaking to, she's maybe looking to see them on Sunday. Yeah, don't read it if you don't want to. It's foul. It's probably the worst. It's bad. Please don't dislike the video because of it. I apologize. I didn't, it's not me. It's her. Blame her. Okay, so let's go on to the next page. Oh gosh, this is interesting too. Okay, so continue it on. Let me have a look. Hey, Kelly. If anyone comes in saying there's not sound, can you just type in the chat and just let them know? Hey, Jane Doe. Just tell them to pop out and then come back in again. Yeah, there's no way I would read that out loud. There's just, there's just no. So on the 4th of October, Google records of account, and that's her account, were received by this affiant. The following searches were located on this account. So this is what she's obviously Googled. So on the 17th of the 9th, 17th of September at 10:21 p.m, she Googles carbon monoxide in a car, how long to die. On the 20th of September at 7:58 p.m, almost got away with it. And I almost got away with it, best episodes. On the 22nd of September at 11:19, which is 11:19 a.m, hanging yourself. And so at the same time she visits the website Short Drop, Simple Suspension, Lost All Hope, the web's leading. Based on reviewing the content from this website, the narrative describes an effective way of hanging a person by using a short drop, simple suspension. On the day of the incident at 11:27 a.m, do a hybrid car produce carbon monoxide? The same day, 1 minute later at 11:28 a.m, does a hybrid car produce carbon monoxide while idling? A forensic download of the electronic devices that was seized were conducted by a Pennsylvania State Police Center Computer Crime Unit. The forensic download of the devices did not reveal any search history equivalent to the search history conducted in the Google Records account. On September 30th at approximately 8 a.m, an autopsy was performed on victim 1, so that's Brinley, by Dr. Michael Johnson. Dr. Johnson determined the cause of death was a result of hanging. The Lehigh County Coroner's Office determined the manner of death to be homicide. On the same day, September 30th, at approximately 11 a.m, an autopsy was performed on victim 2, so on Connor, by Dr. Michael Johnson. Dr. Johnson determined the cause of death was a result of hanging. The Lehigh County Coroner's Office determined the manner of death to be homicide. Based on the above facts, I submit that sufficient probable cause exists to substantiate the charges contained within this criminal complaint. Your affiant respectfully wishes a warrant to be issued for the defendant to answer to the aforementioned charges, which were against the peace and dignity of the victims and the Commonwealth. Wow. Okay. We still have more. These are just the criminal complaints. So this just shows you the charges. And it's so blurry. I'll just wait for them to load up on the screen. So she's got a few charges. So this charge that is coming up now is, so the statute description is sexual intercourse with an animal. So she's also got a charge of tampering with or fabricating physical evidence. So there's 2 charges right there. Then we also have murder of the 3rd degree. Of the 3rd degree. Okay, I don't... Murder of the 3rd degree? I'm going to have to quickly Google that because is that considered manslaughter? Okay, so 3rd degree murder can be defined as homicide committed with the intention of causing bodily harm, but not necessarily death. It can be a killing that results from indifference or negligence or recklessness. Statutes defining 3rd degree murder vary considerably from state to state. Interesting. I wouldn't have charged her with that. But hey, I am not a police officer. So her 3rd charge was murder of the 3rd degree. Her 4th charge was endangering the welfare of children. Okay, so 4 charges so far. Then we have cruelty to animals is the 5th charge. And then I think this is my last page. And then we've got her 6th charge is murder of the 1st degree. And then endangering welfare of children. So she has 7 charges. I'm interested as to why we have 1 charge of murder in the 3rd degree and 1 charge of murder in the 1st degree. That's interesting. I'm going to quickly check, catch up on messages. Does anyone have any opinions on why that would be? Jay Suarez asks if the death penalty is available in Pennsylvania. You think, okay, so Wide Awake thinks a plea deal. What do you guys think? I think she'd want to take a plea deal. Let's have a little Google and see, because I don't know about Pennsylvania. It's legal. Capital punishment is a legal penalty in the US state of Pennsylvania. However, the last time it was done, the most recent execution was carried out in 1999. According to Wikipedia. Apparently in 1990, they changed the method of execution from electrocution to lethal injection. In 2015, the governor announced moratorium, never heard of that word, on the death penalty, suspending plans to execute Terrence Williams. The Governor Wolf called the current system error-prone and expensive and announced plans to continue to issue reprieves whilst a legislative committee prepares a report about the state's use of capital punishment. So it's still, you can still seek the death penalty, but it seems like no one's actually been executed since the 90s, which is very interesting. Okay, let's look at what Tori said. The penalty for third-degree murder is a prison sentence up to 20 years. Involuntary manslaughter typically holds a penalty of up to 5 years in prison. Interesting. Miss Justice, I don't think anyone's... Hey, Deirdre! Miss Justice, I don't think there's a plea deal. Let's have a look. Let me look for the first... So at least let's see if there's an update, a recent update. But it's too early for a plea deal, I think. Way too early. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no motive has been provided either. And okay, let me have a look what being said. Okay, so murder in the third degree is the same as involuntary manslaughter in PA. Okay. But I'm interested as to why they've charged murder in the first degree and then murder in the third. I guess because they can drop one of those charges if they because they're still investigating. Chicken, who are you on YouTube? Just so that I know. So as it stands, she was arrested on the 2nd. She's being held without bail, and it's too early for her to plead, and most likely she'll plead not guilty because that's what everyone is told to do by their attorney. Her attorney, Dennis Charles, could not be reached for comment in this article that I'm reading from People. You wonder if they can upgrade the charges. Well, she's been charged with murder in the first degree and murder in the third degree. So I'm wondering if there's obviously premeditation now. So I wonder if they'll drop the third and stick with the first. I guess we will find out. And see, I didn't know until I read that the children were actually, they were found on the 23rd and they were in unconscious and in cardiac arrest, and they actually survived for 3 days and both passed. Oh my gosh, and they both passed 14 minutes, within 14 minutes of each other as well. They were both removed from life support on the 26th. So that's just so sad. Oh, Kelly. Okay, no, that's great. It's nice to know who, if you have a different username on different channels, so that I know who you are. Oldmar says, once someone kills another person with intent, you can see the evil in their eyes, which never goes away. I so agree. So let's get rid of her photo for a minute. And put these two beautiful sweet baby angels in the forefront. He wasn't, I don't know whether he was being bullied or not. I mean, from what it says, like, if he got off the bus happy, he could have been happy because he was home, but he could have also been happy because he wasn't being bullied on the bus. I got, night Amy, rest up, I hope you feel better. But, the fact that, that he got off the bus happy, like, I don't know if he was being bullied or not, but he certainly didn't kill himself, and he certainly didn't kill his little sister. That's obvious from what we just read, which is just awful. Awful. So she's being held in Berks County Jail. Oh, I think there's a little video of her. Let me see. Let me mute for a second. Nope, it's gone and removed. Just seeing if there's any other information. There's a little photo of Brinley, and I can't look at it because it'll break my heart. Okay, so let's have a little look at what this vinyl covered wire. So vinyl covered wire out dog cable. And I don't want to look at it, but I want to know. Okay, so it's kind of what I thought it would look like. Let me show you a photo. This is how these children were sadly harmed. But just in case anyone wasn't sure what it looked like. Bella Blue says she'll be popular with the other inmates. Oh, I hope she's real popular. Oh, I lost a comment I was reading. Hey, ASMR reading by Anne-Marie. I'm sorry, I just saw your comment. Oh, it's a life at home. Hey, honey. I was reading a comment and I've lost it. Oh, it is. Thank you, Chicken, so much for that. Thank you for your support. She's even sicker for blaming her children. I so agree, Spider Lady. Oh, Wide Awake, I'm so sorry if you're feeling the I don't know, how do we say it? Feeling the emotions and the pain of this. If it's too much, please don't watch. And I mean that sincerely. If you're struggling with it, give your therapist a call for sure, or go and watch some like cute. I should start doing the streams of the bunnies. On DLive I stream the bunnies live. I'll have to start doing that again, and maybe that can counteract the true crime. So are those two leashes? I think it's just one long one. It's I think it's more like when people tie their dog like in their yard. I think it's sort of one of those, not really like a dog leash that you take your dog for walks with. That's what I'm assuming, what I'm thinking. But see, I mean, all of that was thought out as well. Oh, poor Miss Justice had to have a drink to watch. I apologize. I really did think hard about before I came on with this one, but I just wanted to because I hate the fact that this woman tried to blame her own children for what she did. And then I just think about this 17-year-old. Now, let me go and have a look on Facebook, and I want to quickly have a little look. I'm always very cognizant of the importance of fact checking and the fact that a lot of GoFundMes can be scams, and so I worry about putting a false GoFundMe out there. But I have seen one for the 17-year-old, and I want to just see if I can confirm. So there is a GoFundMe for Owen that is being shared everywhere, but I can't. I'll have to fact check. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it properly. I'm assuming it is actually real and legit, but I'm going to have a look at it, and I will leave the link to it if it is legit, which I think it is, but I'll leave it in the Facebook group, which is All Things True Crime. So if you are interested in true crime, you should come over and join our group. It's a runner. Okay. So come and join All Things True Crime. Let me see if I can quickly grab the URL. And we share cases where we're active on there every single day. So we share lots of info in there. Those clips are stupid to open. They sure are. Hey, Bunny, how are you? Yeah, so if you do search Connor and Brinley, Connor is with an E. Thanks, Renee, so much. There are lots of different groups as well. Let me have a look at the one I'm looking at. At the moment, I'm looking at Justice for Connor and Brinley Snyder discussion group. The group that she did actually, I think the mother created the group, or she was the admin, and that group was called Remembering Connor and Brinley. And the group has been archived now, and you can't see any of the posts from the mum. I would assume that what happens, I don't know for sure, if anyone can confirm, that would be great, but I'm assuming that when it comes to social media now with crime cases, there's probably a system in which Facebook can, from the back end, can hide sorry, I just got to, okay. I think they can hide someone's profile, but law enforcement can still access it. That's what I'm kind of assuming. Hey, Lilybell Joy. Yeah. What a piece of work this lady is. Absolutely. It's just disgusting. Miss Justice says, you know how when you pass an accident, you can't help but look even though you don't want to? I'm finding the same thing with these crimes. Any thoughts? I think I can only speak for myself. But I think it's because people that are interested in true crime, I genuinely think that they're people that have a lot of empathy. And I know for me, when I look at cases like this, it's disgusting and it's horrible. And I just question, how can someone think like that? And I don't think, obviously normal people can't, and don't think like that and don't do awful things like that. But I think that's what it connects with. I think we all think, how could you do that to children? And so I think that's what fascinates us. I know for me, it's a lot about the psychology of it, because I'm the type of person who, if there's a spider inside, I don't kill it, I put it outside. So the idea of someone hurting their children, I can't wrap my head around it. But that's just me personally. I feel like we should do a show about that as well. Like, why are we interested? I did do a live about it a while ago, but we didn't sort of stay on topic, I don't think, as well. Tori. Yeah, it's the human element. I really think that everyone that's interested in true crime, I think a lot of us suffer from anxiety, and I think that shows you that a lot of us are connected through empathy. We really are. There's a lot of empathy for these victims. I think the original thing that sort of got me into true crime is sort of, you know, certain serial killers, because of the same thing. Like, how can you do that? Like, you think about, you know, Ted Bundy and all types of killers, and you think, how could you do that to someone, to another human being? But with time, I've actually changed, and I don't want to focus on that anymore. I want to focus on the victims and the victims' families. I really want to do that. And I think that's why cases like this draw to me. There's nothing I can do in this case to make any difference whatsoever. But I think talking about it and having a place where we can all discuss it, and discuss where it possibly went wrong in this situation to get answers. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tori's reading that book. I was thinking about that book yesterday, actually. I was like, do I really want to read it? The Lily Bell Joy says, I like to find out why, how their minds work, upbringing, etc. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I think. I always question everything, and you want to know as much as you can to see how they got to that point. So there's a case that I'm working on at the moment for a video. It's an Australian case, and unfortunately with this case, and I think what's stopped me from getting as far as I want and to actually publish it, is that the case focuses on the killer, not the victim. And unfortunately, some of the times that happens, and it's hard because I want to cover the case, but there's more information about who killed the person than that person that was killed. And so I sort of have been put it on the back burner because I want us to focus more on the victims, and it feels hypocritical when I did a video like the Matthew Leverson video, and the family thanked me for that video. His mum and dad, they'd that it was great. And so how can I then put a video out about a killer? But in the same sense, I think it's a good way to sort of discuss the mindset that these people must have been in as well. Oldmar, I think a lot of people are going to message you. Oh, Chicken, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I feel, this is the only thing I think I'm going to say about it is I feel empowered now to do this by myself, and I'm ready to do it by myself, and I love it. And I love when you guys help as well. Like, it's not just me sitting here spouting stuff at you. Like, I want everyone to be involved and engaged. So if you do find out anything about this case, if there's anything that you go, ooh, we didn't talk about that, then just shoot me an email or message me on my public Facebook, and we can come on and talk about it. And if there's ever any cases that really speak to you and you want us to look at, put it in the group as well, because it's not just about me sitting here spouting off information. It's a group effort. At least I want it to be like that. Miss Justice says, when my mum died, I felt my brother's and sister's pain rather than my own. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm so sorry that your mum passed. Dana says, like, what brought these people to do these vile things? I agree. And the thing is, with this case, we haven't worked out a motive yet. The only thing that we have looked at is that she said that she was depressed and she didn't care about her children anymore. So will they use depression as the motive? Because you can't really use that as a motive as a prosecution. That wouldn't work, I don't think. So that's going to be interesting going forward to look at that as well. Miss Justice, yes, more missing person cases. I will do those as well. There's one that that a family has contacted me about, and I want to share it with you all, but I don't want to come on until I have time to properly research it. I want to have her family come and speak. It's a really tough case, and she's missing, but unfortunately I think the outcome is bleak, but I really want to do it and to give her family a voice, because I don't know whether they've had enough of one. So yeah, definitely more missing persons cases, and then just cases like this where we can just talk about it and question it as well. Jay Suarez says, but then she would have attempted suicide, but she didn't, did she? That's true. That's really true. If she was really struggling. Alrighty guys, well I think that's it for today. We got through a lot and that was pretty full on. So if you are in America or another country and it's night time, I would recommend you go and watch something really fun and light. Yesterday I discovered a channel that it had baby ducks on it, and I just watched baby ducks for 20 minutes and it brightened my day. So don't go to bed straight away if it's bedtime. Watch something first, because otherwise you'll have really bad dreams and you'll blame me, and it's not my fault. Thanks, Tori. Yeah, I was not going to read those charges about the dog. There's no way in heck at all. No. Go love on your dogs, but be respectful of them. Oh, speaking of which, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. Oh, I should have said it at the beginning. So, speaking of respectful, there is something I need to tell you about. Now, let me see if I can bring it up on my computer. I have an announcement of sorts. You have heard me say the term respectful stalker a lot, especially where I used to stream from. I always talked about being a respectful stalker. Well, welcome to the Respectful Stalker Mug. So let me see if I can click on it. So I decided to create, just for fun more than anything else, to be honest with you, a Respectful Stalker mug. So it's a mug that says, hello, I'm a respectful stalker. It comes in different colors. So you have your white, you have your gray, you have your black, and you have your red. So this is not me going, oh my God, I'm a YouTuber, I hit 1,000, I have merch. This is just me going, I actually really want a mug that says that because it's so funny. And then I also have, I also made a sticker just because I just thought that would be really funny. If you want like a t-shirt, I think a t-shirt would be hilarious, but just let me know. So let me just, I should put the screenshot up, but so this is on Teespring. It should be in my description. Will you ship to the US? Yes, it ships to the US. I think it's actually in the US, so it's actually going to kill me in shipping. But let me just double check that my thingy. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, I left it. That's okay. Let me see if my description has it in there. It doesn't. Okay, let me just add it in there now. So it's just from Teespring. I obviously don't see any of your information because it's through a third party. Where did my URL go? Spring. How odd. Let's find it again. I just thought it would be fun. I'm just getting the URL for you guys. I had it and I've lost it. So you can be a respectful stalker as well. And for anyone who's new that doesn't know what that means, when we sleuth, when we go and research about cases, I tell everyone to be respectful when they stalk. Okay, here we go. Finally got it. So the link is not coming up. There is, I have so many pages thingies up. Where are we? Live dashboard. Here we go. There we go. Let me pop it in my description. So it's in my description as well. So I can't remember what it says it is in US dollars because I actually I'm in Australia, so it comes up as a different price. I hope that it's not too expensive. Let me know. From research, everyone said it was the best quality. So it says it's 11 ounces. The material is ceramic. It's dishwasher friendly and microwave safe. So yeah, enjoy. You don't have to get one. It's just I wanted to create one. I thought it was funny. So enjoy. And if you get one, you need to take a photo of it and show me. Send it to me on Facebook. But I'm gonna leave it at that. And go and hug some animals or whatever makes you happy, and I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I'm back to streaming a couple of times a week, if not more. So I will see you guys very soon. Come join us on Facebook to hear the latest on what's going on in the world of true crime. Is it up after Christmas? It surely will be up after Christmas. So I'll keep it up for a while. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.